Alright, hello everyone again. What do we have here today? It's a knife I've been waiting on since I saw the video from Prepared Minded 101 and one other of the guys I've subscribed to. Anyway, they visited the Condor booth for 2014, talked to Joe Flowers. You know, he's all giddy about this knife. I have not seen a tabletop review on this knife on YouTube yet. So this is the CONDOR CROTALUS, and genus name for timber rattler. So says Joe Flowers. I didn't look it up. I'm sure he's right. He's got, I think, a degree in zoology, and so he makes knives. This is not really a true unboxing. I've already opened it and checked it out, and I'm in love with it for the price. It's amazing. It comes in just plastic like the Essie knives do, and tops. Then it comes with it just has a pamphlet like a lot of knife companies have, Condor knife and tool. This here on the front, turn it upside down, that's actually the bushcraft machete that came out in 2014, Parang. But anyway, I want that next. Alright, let's get on to the knife. And then they send you this little thing that we don't really need if you're a knife guy. Alright, so it comes with the MOLLE compatible here, Codex Sheath, and the way it's lashed in, it appears this is, yeah, they had to burn it. This is 550 paracord, just normal old 550. It's lashed at the bottom here, and then you have Velcro straps that actually hold it on the MOLLE, and actually a snap too that hold it on to the Codex sheath itself. So this is removable. I'm totally impressed with the thickness of the knife. This is about perfect for this size knife for me. The SE5 is a little bit thick. I wish it was about an inch longer for how thick it is. I don't really like super stubby knives, but the SE5 is not stubby. It's just, I don't know. This one has, I'll show you. You kind of have to yank it out of the sheath a little bit. It did not come as sharp as Essie out of the box, but of course it's made by Condor. And the SE5 is on KnifeWorks right now for $139.99 or $95. I think he says, Roger puts 95 on everything. $139.95 or $138.95. This one was $63.79 from Titan Direct on eBay. And it came perfect. Just like the video I saw from the SHOT Show, there's no coating on the top. I have not tried this on a fire steel yet, but I'm anxious because I think it might actually work. But there, and you see the coating, the edge isn't coated, and it's got a nice black traction. It feels almost just like tops. Essie's got a smoother traction finish on it. But anyhow, back to the handles. They're true micarta, and they feel great. They're canvas micarta. They're not linen. They didn't really specify that in the advertisements. These feel almost exactly, just like the Essie 5 handles as far as the texture, and the Essie Azula. And then they're uncoated Essie 3 and 4. I had the uncoated Essie 4 at one time, and it was canvas too. All of it feels like this. This feels awesome in the hand. It's got a palm swell, and it's pretty obvious. Let me get my hand out of the way. It has a nice palm swell. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's shaped a lot like the G10 handles from Knife Connection that they make for Essie. I'm just not paying that much for handle scales, especially when they're just G10. I like micarta. I know it's a going thing, but I've used it a lot. For people with sweaty hands and nervous guys like me, it's perfect. You got a 5mm or 3/16 inch blade thickness. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I was just going to measure this real quick. It just came in today. I'm just now getting time to actually look at it good and review it. They don't tell you specifics on the knife on their website, and I just hadn't seen too many. This is measuring from the very tip. This looks like 10, just over 10 and a half. It's 1/8 inch over 10 and a half. I'm not going to get all mathematical here, but that's the whole knife. So 10.5 inches basically. Your blade, where it starts from the handle, is exactly 5.5 inches. The cutting edge is almost 5.25 inches for the actual cutting edge. So you're looking at, you say 5.25 inches here, and then another 1/4 inch here. It actually looks more than that because the way they took the metal and drove it down, like a lot of the knife companies are doing now, through the micarta. It's just a hell of a tang, and you got to know that it's not going anywhere. You know, I just, these are the only fixed blades I buy now, or tangs that I can see all the way around. Anyway, it just says Condor simply. If they'll pick it up in my kitchen light. And then on the other side it says El Salvador, and that's where all their products are made, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were mainly known for their machetes and then bushcraft knives. This is, you could baton easily with this, obviously. I mean, it has no, it's not even the Condor Stratos has they cut out the top. It's an unsharpened swedge. Why? Joe Flowers says in his video from the SHOT Show that, oh, it just looks cool, man. You know, it just adds, variety. I mean, oh, this is simple, a flat top, and then you take that away and woo, you got something cool. Hey, I don't like that. I want the thickness all the way down. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm sorry, but the micarta is awesome. The way it looks, I could see where he could get Crotalus from for the name, because it has kind of not a diamondback texture, but it does sort of remind you of that, if you would. Anyway, the knife itself is that's really all I have to say about that, because I have not used it yet. It's 1075 high carbon steel, so it's going to be a little softer than Essie and Tops knives, my other two knife companies. Now I'm a huge fan of Condor, by the way. I don't think it's going to disappoint in the woods. But anyway, what was I going to say? Okay, yeah, so it should sharpen easier, quicker, because it's a softer steel, but you may have to sharpen it more frequently. Anybody that's not a knife guy out there, just FYI. Get a piece of paper just to show you the sharpness. It's not, I know the paper test is old, but it really works. This is the way I test things. So there you have it. I mean, you saw where it hung up some. I've not touched this edge at all, because if I had touched this edge up, it would be cutting through like nobody's business. This is a good working utility edge. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this will cut your arm wide open if you go to drag it. But so you got to get it just right. See, there it goes. I mean, it's basically like most knife companies that are legit knife companies are going to send you their knives. Essie, with the exception of very sharp knife companies, Essie, Cold Steel, and actually Buck. I'm not a fan of Buck, but every knife I've ever seen out of the box from them has been razor sharp. Essie, Cold Steel, Buck, Spyderco, hey, let's throw that one in, razor sharp. But you're getting a less expensive knife for how much knife you're getting here. I don't expect that in this knife. So anyway, in the hand, it feels great. I mean, I have medium to large size hands, and there's no jimping at the top on the handle or the blade, and it doesn't bother me a bit because this feels great. Probably not even going to put a lanyard on this to wrap around my hand. If you've watched my other videos, you see the way I like to do my lanyards with paracord. All right, so let's weigh this thing. All right, knife by itself, 11.05 ounces. Okay, that's not too heavy to me. The sheath, 4.65 ounces. The knife in the sheath, 15.75 ounces. Okay, something else about the knife and the sheath. you have to yank it out. When you put it in, Chris from Prepared Minded 101 actually heated it up with a gun, a heat gun, and pressed it, and it held tight. I haven't had time to get to that. I just got it in today. But if you, let me see if I can get it to rattle. There it goes. It's slight. It's not bad. It's actually, I don't mind it. I'm not trying to sneak up on you know. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, for what I bought it for, it's perfect. I'm not worried about it. A comparison. SC5. This is about the closest knife I can think of in terms of size to the Crotalus. It's really hard for me to do this way. Let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, now you can see 5 millimeters or 3/16 inch, maybe a little above that. It may be more like 0.17. I really should have measured before. In fact, okay, I measured it. They're right. It's exactly 5 millimeters. 5 millimeters, 3/16 inch versus your 0.25 inch. It's not that different. The handles on the SE, remember, they're thick, but they're not contoured. They're flat. They're contoured at the bottom. There's no palm swell is what I'm trying to say. Here, okay. Oops. And then here, it's noticeable. It's very noticeable, especially when it comes off into your palm here. So yeah, hence palm swell. I'm sounding really uneducated here. Okay, so anyway, the sheath on the SE5 is a lot better, but it's because it holds the knife in. You shake. I mean, that's nothing. That's this tech. That's this tech lock back here that you hear, and then it's also got the Chicago screw there. Done a video on that already. Okay, so there's the knife in its entirety. We used to do a little better. I do not have a cameraman. Okay, so pick it up. It goes all the way down. The point is not super. I can't hold it still enough. There you go. The point's not super sharp, but that's okay. You can get it that way if you really want to. But you can see that I have plenty of handle sticking out at the end. Much different, especially if I get right up on the guard, the choil, if you want to call it. Then back up here, you still have a little bit back here for your pinky. Okay, so anyway, that's the knife in its entirety. And then for the sheath, just go through this one more time. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Message me if you want if you want a video of me using it. The reason I'm not testing these right now is because this page is fairly new, and I started out with just doing music on it. I'm kind of burned out because I have nobody to jam with anymore. So basically, what I'm gonna do is wait for it to get cooler. Here in Louisiana, the highs are in the high 90s with 100% humidity almost every day. I just don't feel like getting out and pour sweat just to cut through some logs. I mean, if you really want it done, message me. I'll do it. It's fine. Next time I go out to the deer stand, it won't be a problem. So, hope you enjoyed the video. CONDOR CROTALUS. It's definitely an awesome buy. I mean, I say it definitely feels like $100 knife, if not more. So, stay tuned, and I'll be posting more videos soon. Thanks. God bless.